Hello, I am Daniel Rondeau, also known as Miss Tudy. I've been at Just Quesnel since 1990, and it's all been in grades 6, 6, 7, and 7. I studied at Cégep André Racine, Montreal in Sciences, Pure Science, Sciences Pure, which is basically physics. I've done renewable resources at McGill in Montreal, my psychology degree in Montreal, and my teacher training in Ottawa. I believe in authentic learning, that is hands-on based basically. Learning happens everywhere, and that you learn through your mistakes. It is student centered. I value highly critical thinking and having students taking responsibility for their learning. Recycling is a big part of my class, and I will use extensively assessment for learning, where students use the feedback that they receive from me and eventually from themselves to improve on their work. So it's the cycle of returning, improving, getting the feedback, returning, etc. And it looks like this. In grade 7, students have to choose a high school for next year. We will deal with kids as we feed them in French immersion. Being Lord Bing, sometimes we deal with them, sometimes we don't. It will depend, we'll let you know. If you want to apply to a mini school, well, we will not help you in a way, in the sense that it's up to you to go to attend the information nights and to apply. Private schools, same thing. We will not care with that, so you have to do your own research and make your own decisions. We will use Google Docs extensively to do some work, to work together, and also mostly to give feedback, to receive feedback, and have a conversation on the work being done. This is a typical document on Google Doc to get the feedback. You can see three areas: words, images, sound. I and the students decide on the criteria, so they have their voice in there. I guide them to the process. Not meet A approach, M meets, F full meets, E exceeds expectations. So you can see on the first line that at the beginning, that student was basically approaching expectations on answering the questions. Returned to the work, he was able to fully answer the question. Wasn't satisfied yet, he returned again, and that time he was able to answer the question as well as making me think. We work with technology a lot, so BYOD, bring your own device, bring your own technology, whatever you have a laptop, bring it, phone, tablet, iPad, whatever is needed that you may have, bring it to school, because we use it to look for information. We use it also to produce work, presentations. If you don't have anything, that's also fine. Everything's going. We have computers in the school. We can have the iPads. Um, Ideally, they have something, and I'll be around to supervise the use of the technology. It's not perfect. We're working on using them properly. There's always a few cases of abuse, more at the beginning, but after a while, the students get to know that, you know what, it's just wasting your time, and you just get pounded with work eventually. So they're really improving over time. So yes, please bring your own device. Can be used in so many ways, be it to find a model for a drawing, to information, to YouTube videos, to videos that I make for the students for basic concepts. most useful tool. That can be distracting, but we have to learn to quit or to stop being distracted by technology. You can contact me in a variety of matters. You can ideally email me. That's what I favor. I have time to think before I reply. You can come to school in person. Please let me know beforehand from 15:05, meaning 5 minutes after the bell, at the bell onwards. You can look at my blog, whose address is there, which contains information on what's happening on a regular basis. And you can phone the school, obviously, but I don't like phone too much. I find it's too fast. I don't have time to go up, to take the phone, come back. It's pretty complicated, I find. So to me, email works way better. Thanks. I will send permission forms of various activities digitally. I will just email them to you to save paper and also to make sure that it gets to you, because sometimes, as you know, papers don't get to you or to me when you send them back to me. So that's why I do that way. If you really want the paper copy, I will do it at school. But let me know. I will send information to you electronically every Sunday night. That's the plan. It's been working well in the past. About what happened in the past week, a few ideas, tips on learning in Division 1 in this class of your child. Explaining a few rationale of why we do things and why we do them this way. So please read those. They will be put on my blog and emailed to you. It will give you, I believe, which is invaluable information, so you know what's happening. A few items regarding the Quebec Exchange. I don't have any idea of what's happening at the moment. We'll let you know as we get more information. School leaving ceremonies for grade 7s, they happen usually at the week or in the week during the week before last in June on a Thursday, but that's just been the tradition so far. It's what works for us. Sometimes it might not work this way, so just so you know, it should happen in the end in June. This year we'll work on the new curriculum, which apart from the teams themselves is exactly the way we work in this class for the last many years. So basically in socials we move from what used to be ancient civilizations to the next step, which used to be grade 8, but now it's been moved back or moved below whatever to grade 7, which is world history and geography from 500 of the Common Era to 1450 of this era. In science as well, we will work on electricity, chemistry, and geology. So, welcome in Division 1.